So here children, the illustration that we follow now is illustration 12 from your textbooks. You can follow it from your textbooks if this is not very clear to you. On 1st Jan 2020, X sold goods to Y for rupees 20,000 less 2% cash discount. It is cash discount. Remember what is cash discount? A discount paid to encourage cash payment. That is the cash discount. The motive is to encourage cash, receiving of cash earliest. Y paid 50% price immediately and X drew a bill on Y for 2 months for the balance. This bill is duly accepted by Y. The bill was dishonored on the due date and X paid rupees 100 as noting charges. Y paid the amount due to X by check after 10 days. Pass the entries in books of both the parties. Question very clear to you. I'll break the question and explain so that it is easier for you to understand. Now here girls, the goods have been sold by X to Y for rupees 20,000. Goods have been sold for rupees 20,000 by X to Y at a discount of 20%. At a discount of 20%. 20% of 20,000 means this is the discount 400. So this comes to rupees 19,600. See, this is the amount of goods that are sold. Now the question reads after that Y paid, this is X is selling goods for rupees 19,600 to Y, and then says, the question reads, Y paid 50% of the price immediately. Y paid 50% of this. 50% of this means of this 50%. 9,800. 19,600. 50% of this means 9,800. He paid 9,800 immediately. And X drew a bill on Y for 2 months for the balance. And the balance, that means 50% of the bill. So 10,000, 20,000 is the amount of the goods that are sold. So out of 10,000, he paid 9,800 because they have been paid at a cash discount of 20%. So he availed 20% of cash discount. 10,000 minus 200. So he pays 9,800 immediately. And for the balance, for the next 10,000, for the balance, he drew another bill. A bill has been drawn for the remaining 10,000, which for 2 months, which is paid on the due date. So we will have to calculate the due date and it will be paid due date. The bill is written on 1st of Jan. 1st Jan 2020, and it is written for 2 months, means 1st Jan to 1st Feb. 1st Feb to 1st March. 3 days of grace. 2nd, 3rd and 4th March will be the due date. When the bill is paid, the cash is for the remaining 50%. The cash is paid on 4th of March. The due date has to be clearly entered in the entry. Remember children, the date of payment is also marked in your journal entries in your answer. Okay, now let us carry on with the accounting treatment. The first treatment is when the goods are sold. So first is on 1st of Jan 2020, that is 2020. On 1st of Jan, in the books of X, it will be Y2 sales for 20,000, and in the books of Y, it will be purchases to X for rupees 20,000. Next entry, also when he pays the amount immediately, 50% of the amount is paid immediately at a cash discount of 20%. Immediately means on the same date, on 1st of Jan. So cash account, discount account to Y. Otherwise it would have been cash to Y, This will be cash account, discount account to Y after the discount of rupees 200 and rupees 10,000. And in the books of X it will be, otherwise it would have been X to cash. Now because there's a discount received also, to discount received 10,000, cash paid 9,800 and discount received 200. This is in the books of the drawee. Third entry, when the bill is accepted for this, that is also on the first date, 1st of Jan, bill is accepted, BR to Y for rupees for the remaining amount 10,000, for the remaining 10,000. And in the books of this is in the books of Y, X to bills payable for the remaining amount 10,000. Now on the due date, we had calculated the due date. Due date is 4th of March after 3 days of grace. Due date is 4th of March. So on 4th of March, the entry on 4th of March will be payment is made after the noting charges. The bill is dishonored on the due date. Y2, when the bill is dishonored, Y2 BR to cash for noting charges. It is called cash here. 10,100. BR is for 10,000 and noting charges for 100. In the books of Y, the same entry, bills payable rupees 10,000. Noting charges, here we'll call it noting charges, rupees 100 to X, rupees 10,100, and the entry is done. And after this, 10 days later, they say 10 days later, that means 4th March is the due date, and 10 days later the bill is paid, 14th of March. 14th of March he receives the payment, bank to BR. 10,000 was the amount of bill and 100 is the noting charges, so now he'll receive 10,100. And in the books of drawee, he makes the payment X to bills payable for rupees 10,100 and the payment is done. I hope it is clear now. Okay, chalo, we'll proceed to the next now. Next, children, is the renewal of the bill. Now what is renewal? Renewal means when the bill is renewed even before getting dishonored. I know the bill has been written for me, against me, I have to make the payment to the seller. But I know my condition, I know the problems that I am facing, because of certain reasons, I am not in a position to make the payment or to honor the bill on the decided date, so that it does not get dishonored and so that I do not want to be accused in the court of law, and I do not want to lose my goodwill on that. I request the drawee to renew the bill at a post-decided date. So they will decide and get the bill renewed. Definitely, for renewing the bill, he will have to pay some interest, which he may pay in cash or may get it added to the new bill. That is up to the drawer and the drawee, between both the parties. On the terms of interest, the bill is renewed for a later date at the convenience of both the parties. That is called renewal of the bill. At the entry in that case will be the first bill, Y to BR, it is getting cancelled. We have discussed, in event of bill getting cancelled, may it be discounting, may it be renewal, may it be dishonor, the entry of cancellation of bill will always be same, Y to BR, and in the books of drawee, bills payable to X. Then the interest is paid. In case interest is paid in cash, cash to interest. In case he does not pay the interest in cash but gets that interest added to the amount of the next bill, it will be Y to interest. So either of these two entries will be passed. interest to cash in case it is paid in cash, and interest to X in case it is added to the next bill, to the renewed bill. And new bill is accepted, BR to Y, it is the entry is same as the first bill is accepted, and X to bills payable. So the three entries, Y to bills receivable, cash to interest, or Y to interest, either of the two, and then bills receivable to Y. That is renewal. Old bill gets cancelled, interest getting paid, and then new bill gets drafted. The question: on 1st of April 2016, Y accepts a bill drawn by X for 2 months for rupees 50,000 in payment of debt. On the due date, the bill is dishonored and X had to pay rupees 200 as noting charges. Remember, X had to pay rupees 200 as noting charges. On 4th June 2016, Y requested X to draw a new bill for the amount due. X agreed to draw a new bill for 73 days, but he charged 18% interest in cash. Cash interest is paid in cash. Remember, cash to interest, we had discussed the entry. This bill is duly met on its maturity. Let us take case by case. First, on 1st of April, Y accepts a bill drawn by X. Bill is drawn by X, so X is the drawer and Y is the drawee. Y accepts the bill, so it is clear that Y is the drawee. In the books of drawer, bills receivable to Y. In the books of drawee, it will be X to bills receivable. Next case, on the due date, on the date when he gets it cancelled, Y to bill receivable to cash, the interest is being paid. Y to bill receivable, the old bill getting cancelled and the interest is paid. Noting charges are paid. And cash to interest, the amount of interest, how does he pay? Calculate the interest. Interest at the rate of 18% for 73 renewed days, 73 extra days. Whenever it is in days, it will be upon 365. In case it is in weeks, it is taken to be 52 weeks. In case it is in months, then upon 12. It comes to 1807. So interest is 1807, cash to interest. New bill is drawn, it is accepted. Bills receivable to Y, rupees 50,000 plus that 200 of interest, the cash. 50,200. And on the due date for the new bill, the bill gets paid bank to BR for rupees 50,200, for rupees 50,200. And coinciding will be the entries in the books of drawee. I hope it is clear enough. Now children, discounting and dishonor, I'll do it in the next class now. Tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow. By then, I expect you to do the coinciding unsolved questions from your textbook in the for this chapter behind the book given here. The questions given, coinciding questions. Question number 12 has been done. 13 and 14 have to be done in your notebooks. Children, keep the notebooks maintained till we meet in school. We'll shortly meet in school and all your notebooks will be checked and marked for your practicals. Okay? Good day, girls. Bye-bye.